people, welcome to Craft Roulette. We're glad to have you here. Miss Producer's in his spot, Maymay's in her spot. We are going to get this show started here in just a few minutes. Want to welcome back any people coming to visit us from Laura Basson from last week. We sure enjoyed having her on. Thank you, Laura Fedora, for joining us. What is Craft Roulette and who the heck am I? I am Mary Gunn of Mary Gunn Fun, your intrepid host of Craft Roulette. What is Craft Roulette? It is the ultimate paper crafting card making game show challenge, and we are live almost every Friday night, saving a spot right here for you. And we would love to have you right here with us every week because we have fun, don't we, Chatterbox? Oh, yes, we do. We just enjoyed the slideshow of 353 cards. You guys, you enjoyed those parameters last week, and you did a beautiful job, as usual. Totally, I can't even watch them all because I get kind of like, I get like, oh, I want to try that. Oh, I want to try that. And then I get sidetracked, and so I can enjoy it anytime I want to, though, because it's over on craftroulette.live in the gallery. Please check it out. I don't have any housekeeping. I love those weeks. I do. Do want to thank Arlene DeTizio for the House of DeTizio sleeve and Marianne Hill for this cute little jumper from the UK. If you haven't given us a thumbs up, share, and subscribe, we would appreciate it. Get that thing out of the way. We have some spin sponsors, Mr. Producer. Let's see who they are this month of June. We have Brutus Monroe. Remember a couple weeks ago we had Christopher Allen on. He was a ton of fun, and he is our Brutus Monroe man. Maymay made it. I think that sounds familiar. Yep, we're going to hear all about Maymay made it here in just a few minutes. And Pear Blossom Press, where you can get those cool little flashlights that light up your cards. They are the best. And Amanda will be here next week. Each of those companies are giving away gift certificates this week for people that have are become eligible by sending in a card the week before. So you gotta send in a card. We're going to talk more about how you can be on that giveaway board in just a little bit and throughout the show. But if you sent in a card last week, you may not have been on the slideshow at the beginning. No worries, you're on the giveaway board. It's just that we have so many cards now that sometimes we can't get them all on that slideshow. So just want to make sure you know that. We at Craft Roulette are not sponsored by any program or any companies. We are sponsored by our dear and wonderful patrons, which we have a couple new ones to welcome. Laura Latham, Marianne Fox, and we had 2 upgrades for Crafty Tafty 2 and Donna May 2 Club Fun. Well done. We thank you so very much. By the way, if you were on the Tuesday show, you were there when we had an electric surge and we lost the program. Well, the electric surge fried the battery power surge box that we had and saved our computer. So it was awesome. But because we have these wonderful patrons, we have a little bit of coin in the bank, we were able to go right away, not have to worry about finding funds, but we were able to go right away and get a new battery backup. So if we do lose power, we can keep the show on and have a great power surge protector. So thank you very much. That's the kind of stuff we can do. Plus my chair, my wonderful chair that I love to sit on. Anyway, so that's what patrons do. They financially support us, and we appreciate them so much. We also have a lot of information on that. I don't know where. Probably in the description on our website, that kind of thing. And we have a lot of extra content in a way to say thank you. What else do we have? Oh, we also have merch. We do. If you were on Maymay's live last night, you saw her use our new stamp set. It was so cute to watch her, and you heard the story about the raccoon. And I saw a video today of a raccoon that was at Dunkin' Donuts, and he went up to the drive-up window, and they gave him a donut. I'll have to put that on the Facebook group. It was hilarious. I don't know where, He's going to have a little weight problem. I'm worried about him getting some diabetes, some teeth rotting. But yep. Her little raccoon story prompted that. And thank you, Leslie, for sending me that. But we do have a stamp set. We have some merch like this beautiful shirt and all those kind of things. Let's get on with this show, shall we? Please give a warm Craft Roulette welcome to our first-time guest, Maymay Helm from Alabama. Yay!
Hi, guys.
Listen to that crowd go crazy.
I love your raccoon story. I'm sitting here thinking, I have a donut stamp set and a raccoon stamp set. There's a card.
I will make sure you see that video. It was so funny because the people that were videoing it were in the car in the drive-in or the drive-through, and this guy is like walking, going, checking out the car, and they're going, is he gonna get a donut? Is he gonna get a donut? And I was sitting there going, is Vinny gonna yell, hey, get out of here, hey, and get him out of there?
It works every time. It works if you ever have a critter, he should have like Vinny's critter getter service or something like that.
He should. Just a little recording that you can play, and then there'll be all these videos of little animals running out of houses and things.
Can't bring away.
And the person can like have Vinny's face on a stick or something and play with it.
Funny.
It's good. It's good. Well, welcome, Maymay, to Craft Roulette. We are so glad to have you here.
I'm so glad to be here. Everybody has been so kind, and I'm watching. What do you call your viewers? I say they're fun lovers, right?
Well, on this we call them chatterboxes because
your
they
chatterbox has been very kind, and I've been watching them chat with my mates, and it's been adorable, and I love it. I hope we can all become friends, one big family.
I think it's maybe already happening, except for those little people that have little chipmunk faces and little those little furry animals. I don't think they're ever going to be our friends. We had a chipmunk in our studio a couple weeks ago. And, and that's a whole nother story. It was nesting. It was taking like the acoustic foam tiles that we have so that the room sounds good. And and I kept hearing it right behind me. And I kept thinking, there's something back there. There is. No, it can't be. There can't be any. Anyway, it's a whole nother story. But it was
insane. Yeah. If that thing had come out while I was in my room, one of us would not have made it out alive. Honestly, probably me.
I did have a video of it, and you can hear me going, I had this really high voice, and it was even higher than usual. Anyway, we're not going to have any trouble talking, but we need to know a little bit about you, because there are a few people that we found out in our group that actually didn't know who you are, and if you have a store. So can you tell us a little bit about you?
Well, my name is Maymay, and I mostly craft on YouTube at my channel, Maymay Made It. And we do have a store. It's maymaymadeit.com. We also have a second website called maymayevents.com because we also do events online and in person. And what else? That's it. We've been crafting for a long time. We started our YouTube channel in like 2011, and here we are, just crafting away.
Yeah, you're live a lot.
Twice a week.
Yeah, that's
twice a week minimum. Sometimes more.
And you have
my mates would want more, but I can only do. There's only one of me. You know what I'm saying?
I do know what you're saying. I so totally know what you're saying. And you have your little crew that works with you.
Yeah, we have. We have a pretty big crew. The name it's getting bigger and keeping up with everybody. But Vinny is my trusty sidekick. He's always by my side. He's by my side right now. I've seen the mates asking. He's sitting in his chair. He's watching something with his earphones. He's just sitting there. Matter of fact, he's been here the whole time and nobody's known it, right? It's been a secret. But he's here, and Shannon is at home tonight, although she wanted to be here, but she is in the chat, I'm pretty sure. Shannon is our crafty sidekick. Shannon, you'll think this is funny. So Shannon has an interior design degree. And so I always tell her, I'm going to use your degree. That's what I do. And she's happy about that because she wants to use her degree, right? So there you go.
Yeah.
And then, of course, we have Amber and Jasmine and Sylvia and Autumn and the new girl Charity who starts soon, like big crew. And Tamitha's in the chat right now. Tamitha is she is my moderator extraordinaire. We call her Wonder Woman. She has a lot of names. Tamitha to Martha, Wonder Woman, Link Queen, a lot of names.
I guess so. Well, it sounds like you're well supported with your mates and your crew, and they don't want to hear us talk. Well, maybe talk, but they want to see us craft. So you did have a question. What was that, Maymay?
What is craft roulette?
I don't know, but we're going to do it no matter what. Thank you, Chatterboxes, Mr. Producer Maymay. We'll be right back after this.
What is Craft Roulette? Craft Roulette is a live paper crafts challenge show where the goal is to complete a project that has been randomly selected by the spin of a wheel. There are 4 categories we spin for: project, colors, element, and random. Each category has 24 possible options with a combined possibility of 331,776 unique projects. Whoa. We're live every Friday at 6:30 p.m. Central on youtube.com/craftroulette. Please like and subscribe. Each week we bring on a special guest crafter to create along with us and share their unique take on the challenge. You can play too. Complete a unique project of your own using the same 4 parameters set in this episode. You'll have 48 hours to contribute by submitting pictures of your project through the submission form on craftroulette.live. Contributions are featured on marygunfund.com's weekly episode blog and the next episode. Let's recap last week's episode and submissions.
Yep, that's what we're all about every Friday night. And like I said, we really are pleased and very honored when you do join us on Friday night and in the gallery. Somebody was saying that 500 is our new goal for tonight's contributions. Maybe told me that. That would be amazing. So we'll give it a try, right? Why not? Why not? You want to make a card? Isn't that what we like to do after all? Yes, it is. So last week we got 353 contributions. Well done, Chatterboxes and friends. We just crossed over to 17,000 total contributions for the just over 3 years that we have been doing that. And that is more than a mile if you lay it out side by side, and they're A2 size cards. That's a lot of cards. Oh, Chris is back from South America. Hola! Good to have you. And look at you. This is all just from last week. All of those pins. There's still room for more. There's my card, and the four parameters were thank you card, farmer's market, rhymes with B, and punctuation. That was my card. Mine was kitty and doggy. We did enjoy Laura Basson so much. She was just another fun hockey mom that I got to hang out with. Absolutely loved it. She made a beautiful card. She didn't even bat an eye. It was like piece of cake, walk in the park. No problems at all. Thank you, Laura, if you're watching. We really did appreciate you and loved having you on.
Shall we bring Maymay in?
I'd love that. I would love that. Now we're going to do our parade of achievements, and this is just a time that we get to spend and say, well done, kiss your brain, huzzah, well done, pat on the back kind of thing for some special people like first-timers, our leading ladies, the people who have hit major milestones like sending in 25, 50, 75 cards and so on. And we have a new to Club 52, which means nothing, and a new mug clubber. And we're going to see what they sent in. Now. We'd like to welcome first-timer Helen from Western Australia with this pretty card. I love those colors. Susie from Florida is a first-timer. Cute. Ginger from New Mexico.
Trees are my favorite, by the way. Love that.
Sunset. It looks like one. Mm-hmm. Melanie from Hanoi. Beautiful card. Well done. Welcome. That's our second Vietnamese card. Chelsea from Canada. A mug card.
I love that mug.
I do too. Yeah. Andrea from Washington. Beautiful landscape. April from Utah. That's so cute. Carrie from California. I saw her do an Instagram, and it was like wild stuff revealing cards. It was cool. Diane from New Jersey.
I like ribbon on cards. That's cute with the
ya?
ribbon. Oh.
Kayla from South Carolina. Oh, that's so simple and pretty.
Gorgeous. Mm-hmm.
Crafty Wendy Jean, as opposed to not crafty Wendy Jean from California. Welcome. We're so glad to have you.
I think I recognize that Jeep. I think I do.
Terry from Indiana. Joan from Georgia, down close to you.
Yep. Next door neighbor.
Julie from California. That's bright and pop
That's
artish. It is cute. It's cute.
It's
Nancy
cute.
from Virginia. That's really handsome. Tracy from Texas. We do want to thank everybody for joining this first time. It's the hardest one. Tammy plays with paper from Tennessee. That's classic. Major milestone has been hit by Barbara Drake with her 25th card.
Wow.
Good looking. Makira, you hit your golden anniversary. Well done. Teresa from Texas has sent in 50 also. See how different they all are?
They're amazing, honestly. Look at that.
Alicia has sent in 75.
75.
Lisa Welpley has also sent in 75. It's like a pile this high. Grandma
That's
Gay!
amazing.
Woohoo! Is a bug clubber. Well done. Jackie Muller is our leading lady with 128 and a funny card to boot. Her twin, Smurf Murphy, has sent in 128 too with a very, very pretty card. Ellen Card Monkey Jarvis has sent in 145 consecutively. These aren't in the right places. 5K, now 6K Lamone has sent in 134. She is our third leading lady. Our big time leading lady is Patty Beck with 162. She's not missed a week since the 5th show. And Kathy Herring is not our first one. She's our third one, fourth one, but we thank you. Norma Garrett is now in Club 52. Well done, Norma. And thank you to all. Club 52 means you have sent in a year's worth of cards, but there's no perks. I don't send you a card. There's no congratulations except for this. It's just fun. So we just like to say thank you so much for making an incredible effort and sending in 52 cards. It's remarkable.
That's like our gold stars. We give out gold stars, but they mean nothing. And sometimes I take gold stars away depending on how you act. So sometimes we'll take them back.
I want to earn a gold star tonight.
I'm sure you will, Mr. Producer. I'm sure. At least one.
Well, yep, we like to be able to say thank you and well done because people are busy, and it means a lot that to us and to we don't call it a community, we call it a culture. It means a lot to all of us to see somebody, putting something together and sharing it. It really is special.
They should be so proud of themselves, especially those that have done this consecutively. I don't think I could do that. That's really great.
but I don't think there's nobody else. I mean, Patty Beck. Okay, so I had some health things this winter. I didn't dare not send in a card even though I wasn't on the show because I knew Patty Beck was right behind me, breathing down my neck. So I had to make sure I stayed in front of her because wouldn't that be embarrassing to have the host with somebody else with more cards than they had?
I think that's amazing how many they've done. That's incredible.
It really is. It is. 17,000 altogether. We love it. And we're going to get some more here in just a few minutes. So, because that was last week, Maymay, it's time to face the wheel. Is it going to be the Wheel of Doom? No. There's no glitter on here, so we're good to go. I saw that last night Maymay was on the live, and she was calling it the Wheel of Doom.
Only mine because it just says glitter. Yours is good.
Yeah, there's no glitter on there. You're going to be able to handle it all, I'm pretty sure. We are going to be spinning for Project Colors, Element, and Random, one in each column. And then we're going to put something together, because that's what we do. our patrons get to veto a couple of these little elements, though, or a couple of these parameters, and they have said no to picnic colors, number 21. Thank you. For element, they said no thank you to screen, number 17. For random, they said to columns. No ionic columns for them. Now, this is the time where we ask you.
Hold on. Explain the vetoes, Mom. You're skipping past everything.
I want to get to the crafting, Mr. Producer. I want to get to the crafting.
Slow down.
The veto means...
Speed up.
If the wheel lands on one of these vetoed items, we don't have to do it. You can do it if you want to, and it fits in the parameter that we get. But the wheel doesn't get to boss us around, and we will spin it again. So, if, for instance, if we spin and get picnic, we will spin it again. But if we get summer for a color, and you think, oh, I want picnic colors, it would still work together.
Okay.
But now, this is your chance. This is your only chance. Once we spin, you don't get to have this chance again. Would you like to veto something, Miss Maymay?
I think I will veto. This is going to shock some people. I think I'm going to veto jungle.
All right. Jungle it is. Jungle is out. No such thing will we do. Do you have a reason?
I don't really have anything jungle-y that I know of. I mean, I might have zebra print, but other than that, I don't really have anything jungle, and it doesn't speak to me, so I think I'm going to veto that one.
Okay, that's what I was wondering, because zebra print used to be your favorite.
It was my favorite, and I do have that, but I don't know. We're just going to I don't know. We're going to take that one out, and then we'll see what happens.
All right, no problem. You've done what you need to do. Now, what would you like?
We'll see in a minute. We'll see.
What would you like the wheel to give you if you had your druthers?
I want anything. Let's see. I like everything. Maybe I do. Maybe. Ooh, I would love for it to hit guest choice. That would be fun, right?
It's always a good choice. What would you choose?
I would do something buffalo check. If it was guest choice, there would be buffalo check in it, right?
Okay.
You don't even have buffalo check on this wheel, though.
I know. I forgot. I should have put it in there.
How about colors? Let's see. What colors would I? The older I get, the more colors I like. And Wizard of Oz is not me. Wizard of Oz is not me.
Okay, we hope for the. Well, but you could make Ruby buffalo check.
I certainly could, but it's not me, so we'll see.
So do you have happy colors? I think of you.
I like happy colors.
Yeah, number 5.
I like bold colors. I like contrast, heavy contrast.
Okay.
Well, if you had to bet on one, this is kind of like putting your chips on the table.
The one that I think it will hit.
Yeah.
With my luck, it'll probably be monkeys.
I think that's in element, number 5.
Element. With my luck, it'll be monkeys.
All right, and random, can you put your chips on the table for a random?
And there's no glitter. You're safe. There's fuzz.
I'm going to say, again, with my luck, geometric shapes.
All right.
This is a different tactic.
This is.
I
It's
know.
kind of a contrarian
I'm
tactic.
different now.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah. Instead of just going, this is what I want.
No, let's see if I'm right. Let's see if I know my luck.
Okay. Okay. I think it's very bold. Very bold. Let's give him a warm-up. And all the best. I hope you get what you want.
This one doesn't count?
No.
This one doesn't count then?
This one does. For project. What will it be? A kid's card. Those are fun things. You'll be able to have some fun with that.
That is good.
I like it. We're going to talk about all of these parameters that we do get here in just a minute. So if you have questions, hang on. For colors, Becky Horn is also not a fan of monkeys. Number 17, Citrus Orchard. All right. For element. Trying to figure out how you can get red in that one. Number 24, a spring scene. Oh, and for random, since there's no glitter, it'll be fine. But will we get geometric? Metallic or foil? Oh dear.
I was going to veto that.
Oh, is that right? Well, we're going to talk
Isn't that
about, we
funny?
may just have an answer. We may not know what it is right this second, but we may come up with an answer here for you. We like to say this is an art project, by the way, and we are not here to say your interpretation is wrong. We aren't going to teach. We're not going to teach. We're just going to be talking tonight. So we're not going to tell you how to make our cards because we don't know what we're doing when we're making our cards during this show. But we do want to make sure that you have some foundation for the things that you choose and that we choose. So let's go through these parameters. Kids card. It can be Google literal. I can't say it anymore because people's Googles were going off. HEY Google. What is a kids card? And so it can be a literal answer, or it can be way off in, I don't have any idea what a kid's card would be abstractly. Maybe it's a card where your kid helps make the card, or you use something that was made by a child, or I'm not even sure. You coming up with anything, Mr. Producer? I thought you had a look on your face. But to me,
I'm
just
thinking.
A kid's card is going to be something friendly, happy, upbeat.
A birthday card would count, maybe.
They often get birthday cards. I'm trying to think of the little girls across the street. They just got some cards from me, and the ones that they liked, they really went, oh, when they saw a shaker card.
Oh,
They were like,
yeah.
oh, that is so cool. So interactives would be really good for kids too.
Mm-hmm.
So you might think of what a kid would like.
So you could maybe have an image of a child or someone young on the card, or you could be making the card for a kid. Those are two different interpretations of kids card.
And baby goats are kids too.
Or imagery that might remind you of something a child would like wooden blocks or
Finger
some sort of
painting.
toy or
Yeah, or a toy or a stuffed animal or something that you think of a kid. So it could be all sorts of things, and we will get all sorts of things. It'll be good. Colors Citrus Orchard. That was suggested by some patrons. And so when you think of a citrus orchard, we don't have them around here, but I think of orange and lemon colors and bright blue skies and sunshine and leaves and flowers and
brown
dirt
from the trunks.
and bugs. Maybe you could find I bet there's some red bugs if you wanted to. If you want red buffalo check, you could probably find a red bug in a citrus orchard.
Sure, you could. A ladybug, right? They're red.
Oh yeah, they're all over. I'm just sure they're all over. Aphids, aren't they red?
Oh, they're everywhere.
Yeah. So citrus orchard, I'm thinking probably pretty organic, but pretty light, and it could be very light and colorful, bright, but maybe it's at night, and maybe that orchard is at night, and you're seeing it by moonlight, and you're seeing dark blues and shadows and owls and I don't know what is in it. I've never been in a citrus orchard
Blood
at
oranges.
night.
That's a way.
Blood oranges. It's a good one. But it's mostly just lemons, limes, and oranges, right? Nothing. That's the big citrus stuff. So it
But
should
this
be
is
a fun.
colors, right? This is colors,
Yes,
so I don't
this
have
is
to do a
not-
lemon.
Correct. But I will say a lot of people blend the element and the colors together. So a lot of times we will see things that have the color kind of stuff in it, like in lemon, in the element. So it's an art project. Whatever comes to mind. A spring scene. For instance, you could do a spring scene of citrus orchard in the spring. So if you wanted to tie those together, if that's where your well-kissed mind goes, that's fine. But a spring scene, I'm thinking, once again, bright greens, because things are brighter in the spring than later in the summer, at least around our house. By the way, somebody picked their first cucumber today. Yes, Farmer Mary.
Congratulations.
Mary. Yes, it may be the only one we get, but I did pick it, and it was very prickly. Lemon, lime, somebody said grapefruit. That's a good one. That's also citrus. Fruit bats.
One thing to maybe consider about the element and anything in the parameters is they don't necessarily have to be the prominent thing on the card.
So if it's a spring scene, though, it's an art project, so I can play on the word spring scene.
Absolutely. You could use... Absolutely.
Boing. You could have a wobbler on a kid's card.
Don't give away everything for me. Let's let something be a secret.
Yeah. I didn't say anything.
Are we allowed to do that? Are we allowed to sketch as we go?
Oh, yeah.
I'm over here going, sketch.
Yeah. And, if you did happen to have a wobbler and it did happen to have some metal on it, look at that fourth random parameter of metallic or foil. And I'm thinking, for me, I'm thinking a shaker card with metallic sequins in it. And that's how Yeah. And do a kid's thing. I don't know how to fit the spring scene in, but it'll be all right. We'll figure that part out. It'll all come at some point. And my card may not make sense. I have a history of making cards that do not make sense, but they fill the parameters. So,
you know what? I get to sit here and think, and you're having to talk me through it. So you kind of are at a disadvantage, aren't you?
I don't know. Do you have any thoughts on these things? What do you think?
I'm very happy with this. I actually think this is a very good matter of fact. Maybe it's too easy. I'm gonna say that now. Big talk, girl. You gotta make a card.
Well, I appreciate your confidence. That's good.
Listen,
it will carry you far.
I will probably not do as well as I think I can in my mind, but we will see.
You'll probably do better. You probably do better.
We'll see.
All right. Well, you do have some thoughts. Chatterbox, I'm looking forward to seeing what you guys are thinking of. I may have to use a couple ideas from you. Oh, yes, Kiki, I could be creating a card crime this very night. You just never know. It could be true. All right. Well, let's go ahead and let you go get your things. I'm going to go get my things. Flip your camera. And while the people get to enjoy this word from our other show, In Review. We'll be right back. Does card making ever wear you out? Are you just having one of those days? Do you ever say to yourself, I wish there were more Craft Roulette on each week? Well, have we got good news for you? In Review is like part 2 of Craft Roulette, which features you, our card contributors. It'll be easy to find because it airs here on our Craft Roulette YouTube channel. We go live almost every Tuesday evening at 6:30 p.m. Central, and we do a number of fun things during the show, including Mail Call, where I share some of the nice cards and goodies people send us. Our Card Showcase, where we take a longer look at some of the contributions sent in from the most recent episode. And our Who Done It Mystery Game, where I recreate a card from the most recent episode's gallery, live on air. Everyone in the live chat gets to try and figure out which card I'm recreating. So, if you want more of what we do on Craft Roulette, you'll love our show, In Review. The Whodunit Mystery Game is just a game, and we do not actually solve mysteries, but we do actually solve mysteries. The show is supposed to be on Tuesdays, but we reserve the right to reschedule as necessary. Mary will not always know what she is doing, especially with buttons and or math. Stretchy pants and snacks are not required, but advisable. Please bring a friend. Too much fun for one person included. And I'm back. You are? She's back?
Well, I got to tell you something, Mary. I keep all my stuff at hand. So it's pretty easy.
I feel like I'm in a NASA capsule, like a space capsule. I just have it kind of right around me. It feels like kind of a craft hug all the time.
Yep.
Okay, so I'll do a little lowdown of my thinking. Let's see what we're thinking here. I cannot miss an opportunity to use orange, so I'm going to use orange because that's citrus. A green, a yellow. I'm going to use these pretty little Chinese for I think metallic. I don't know if they are, but I'm going to say they are. And I have these cute little citrus fruits and things for a shaker. And I have this cool little shaker thing. I'm just going to do that and put a bunny inside of it that's dancing like he's happy for spring.
Do you want to run down? Is that what we do?
If you'd like to.
What if I don't want to tell them? Here's why. Because
Okay,
some of
you
my
don't have
mates
to.
called this one. So I'm going to let them watch it happen. How about that? They were brilliant.
Fine.
They had a brilliant idea. So I'm going to let them, I'll let them watch it develop.
Well, that'll be fun.
They'll know. They probably already know. Okay.
They're smart.
So I am just going to do an A2 size card though.
Me too.
What?
Always
And
say.
somehow Angie already submitted a card.
What?
There we go.
Are you serious? Wow, the
Yeah.
pressure now, right?
Oh my God.
No pressure.
Also,
Probably
I don't
had it
know how
made.
to make. I don't know how to make without teaching.
Well, I can't find my dies for this, but that's okay.
Angie, did you already have that card made? I mean, it counts, but
We have to make sure I hit all the parameters too, because that's going to be a thing. But we'll see.
Well, I didn't realize this. This is a cool little it has an envelope in it. See the envelope in the dome?
Oh, that is really cute.
Yeah. I'm not sure. I think I'll go for a different. Yeah. This is the one I wanted.
well,
just
thank
the
you
plain
for
ones.
submitting that card, Angie.
That's impressive.
She already had
Angie.
it started.
Well, that's cool.
That's still
Well
pretty good.
Yeah.
Did she already know the parameters? Were they just that good?
She had a sense.
She's done this enough.
Actually, I think it said it was her fourth.
Mhm.
So,
Wow.
yeah. Pretty new. Well, now I'm going to want to
Okay.
watch you, aren't I? Because now I don't know. what
Man,
you're
I
doing.
wish I had all my supplies right here at hand. Oh, I do.
You do. You do.
I just
Patty
had to go.
wants to know.
I just had.
Oh, Patty wants to know where you got those shaker domes.
This calls for confetti.
Okay, there's
One
that.
of our
Let's do
spin
some measuring.
sponsors. Okie doke.
2.5, maybe. Okay. Oh, I don't want a white background. What were my colors? Citrus. Okay.
Citrus colors. Yeah, I'm going to go with yellow,
Citrus.
yellow and orange.
Oh no,
Bleed
I know.
Okay.
You know, I struggle with creating and talking at the same time, and I didn't think I would.
You know, well, I'll tell you the truth about it all. This is the hardest part to talk, and sometimes we just don't. And so, and then generally once you get things started, it gets a little easier. So, I'm not giving up on you.
You know what the deal is? I only know how to
anybody-
teach. That's the problem.
Oh,
It's different, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It is.
I
Well,
was
maybe go ahead.
I was going to ask if anybody in the Made It squad expected to hear Maymay say that.
Yes, I'm sure they did, because whenever we do our live shows, I'll go, okay, I've got to do this. Y'all got to talk, because if like I have to color, like, do you color with your tongue sticking out? Because if you have to do that, you can't talk with your tongue sticking out.
Well, it does get a little harder that way.
See, it does, doesn't it? It's a little harder.
Yes.
I like this blue. We'll see. I know it's not citrus, but I do have a plan for citrus. I have a plan.
It's sky. Maybe some sky.
It's funny because I feel like I'm timed, but we're not. That's the part I have to remember. We're not timed.
We are not timed. Nobody's coming on next. We don't have a...
Yep, this is our show. We get to end it when we need to.
Yep.
I want to do some embossing.
Lack of the power.
And through some embossing folders.
Okay, so if I do a little green on this, I may come back, and I'm not going to glue first. I'm not going to glue early like I often do.
Does it come back to get you when you do?
Glue restraint. Glue restraint. It's the mantra. Glue restraint. Yes, I have many times. That grass got a little high right there.
All right, you're going to hear my embossing machine, but I can't do nothing about that.
Nope,
Okie
it should be
dokie.
fine.
Well, you have to add some blue after all to cover. Oh, I'll put my bunny. I was going to use this bunny. I'll use this bunny so he can cover that up. Oh, we can do all sorts of things. So, Miss all the chatterboxes, how are you doing?
Did you ink that bottom of your card already? Did I miss that?
I just swiped it with some ink.
That's so cute. That looks like the cutest grass.
It works. I don't think I've ever done it before.
It looks really good.
We're going to go with it. And then my little bunny is going to be so happy because it's spring. Ooh,
I love
that's
that.
Pretty. Ooh, that's
I
real
love
pretty.
that.
You like
your grass looks
texture
great.
and pattern, don't you?
Texture and pattern, like this is the sky for my car. It's going to be the sky, but it can't just be blue. It's got to either have a texture, be a polka dot or something. I am that way.
Yep. Because some solids are, or some of your papers that have polka dots on them, you consider solids.
I really do. And
it's very controversial.
It can spark some conversation. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Spark some conversation.
It's
I need
good.
to trim these down because I don't want that to hang over there.
Real pretty though. And I wouldn't doubt that is a sky color on some. You know, sometimes blue skies are so beautiful blue.
You know,
delicious.
we got to go to Santa Fe, New Mexico one time. And I tell everybody this, the sky in Santa Fe is a whole different color. It is so beautiful. And it was kind of it was really kind of periwinkle blue. It was so beautiful.
Oh, wow.
Not all skies are the same, I don't think.
No, I bet not. Like a desert wouldn't have... I wonder what a desert sky... I would think it would be pretty light because it doesn't have any water to reflect.
All right, I'm going to do 2 layers of grass. Okay. Scrap of white.
That's my guess.
How much do you dig into your scraps? I'm such a scrap bin person. I dig into it first almost every time.
Always first. Yep.
Love my scraps.
I do too. You can get some great ideas from them.
Now I have to remember how to make a triangle. Let's see. We'll go like this. It's so weird not to tell you what I'm doing, you guys.
You don't have to not. It's not like you have to not. But let me give you some things to think about and to talk about.
Okay, do that.
Because we always let our patrons ask questions of our guests. And they ask some pretty darn good ones. For instance, Ingrid Bennett says, you must be so busy with your business and family. And this is a question a lot of people have. How do you find time to pursue your own creativity in crafting? And now you're learning to quilt?
Yeah.
Oh, my
Sure am. I'm
stars.
loving quilting. I say people get tired of hearing this, but here's the truth. So, I said I'm waiting to bring this up, but I'm gonna bring it up. I lost my mother in August of 2021, and she was my hobby. This is my work now, right? And my mom was really my hobby. Like, my kids are pretty much grown. I got one living at home. He's 19. He's at work most of the time, works 12-hour shifts and all that kind of stuff. And so Vinny has lots of hobbies and lots of friends, so he's not home a whole lot. And I took up quilting as a hobby to fill that time that I had before.
Okay.
And that I think, and that's where I spend a lot of my extra creative time. But most of my creative time is for work. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm mostly learning videos, figuring out what's the next video, what's the next thing. So that's really me. Mostly filming videos. Matter of fact, it's weird for me to craft and not film it. I said that to somebody. I don't remember where we were. Maybe we were at a quilting class, and I was quilting and not filming it. And I was like, this is weird. I need a camera and a microphone.
I actually understand that. And
Yeah.
if you're just puttering around and kind of playing with some ideas, then it's like, okay, well, this is teachable. I can go ahead. I want to know this, remember this, and write some notes down because I think other people would enjoy it.
Right.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So crafting for crafting's sake is kind of a rare bird. But I think
It
that's
is.
why people enjoy challenges too, because they are then crafting with a purpose, kind of, and I think we like to have purpose.
Yes, I like to craft for a reason and for a purpose. And I love a challenge because it makes you stretch your brain
Mm-hmm.
and your products. Because, think about it. How many things tonight will you touch that you might not have touched in a long time?
Right. I hear that a lot with Craft Roulette because we don't usually talk too much about, we can talk about products, but we don't say, okay, this is something we're going to use tonight. We don't start with that first thought of this is the thing we're going to use. So it's, nope, you got to go find it. Go have fun. Find something that you bought that you liked some time ago and use it. Yeah.
You guys are sweet in the chat. Thank y'all for your supportive comments. I have to know, how many of you guys know where I'm going with this? Come on, Maidits. Do you know what's happening? I got to know.
Maidits.
They mentioned it earlier, and as soon as I saw it, I'm like, I have to make this happen. So, all right.
It's nice to have support.
Oh my goodness. They've been so excited about tonight. Honestly, I have been getting messages today. I hope you have a great time tonight. Have fun, relax. It's been incredible.
Aw.
Incredible.
Thing. They're nice people.
I like what you've created here. I don't know if you ever get to talk about that much, but I'd like to ask you a question. How did this happen? Like, what made Craft Roulette happen? And your folks know that, I'm sure.
Well, Stephen, you tell the story better than I do. So we'll let Mr. Producer, who is the guy who makes all these slides and all the technology so that we can just sit here and have a good time. He makes this all happen, so he'll tell the story because he's kind of behind it.
If you want all the way, like the absolute genesis of it,
I gave birth to him on.
Okay, not quite that far back.
Oh, okay.
Fast forward a few years. I was helping my mom kind of think through and how to organize her lessons and how to organize her website, and we kind of came up with categories of how to do that with taxonomies in WordPress about projects, colors, elements. And I was joking around because she had the wheel in her craft room, and I was joking around at how you could just randomly spin the wheel to come up with lesson plans and it would work. And it was kind of like, hey, that's an idea. We should try that. And then so we came up with some parameters. We went live on Facebook to 10 people that Friday night, and we've done it almost every week since. And we've kind of added. So the very first show, it was just my mom. The second show, people started posting the cards that they made. We didn't expect people to do it as a challenge, but 2 people just posted their cards on the Facebook group saying, here's my version of the challenge. And we're like, that's great. Let's make it part of the show. So we added the slideshow, and it just, we just keep adding features. And if you go back and watch from episode 1, you can notice that we add features basically one at a time and kind of figure things out. And over 3 years, it's become quite elaborate.
I think that's incredible. I love that you went live to 10 people.
Yep, 10 people.
Yep.
And
so there are people that are doing that right now, going live with 10 people, and just don't stop. And just keep trying doing things that are better, that improve your show every time you can.
I love that you say that, because I get to talk to people a lot about YouTube and stuff like that. And my favorite thing to say is, please don't think like I didn't start my YouTube channel until I was 40. And I mean, who thinks about changing their career into a path they've never even, I mean, when I started, it wasn't like this,
Yeah.
and I didn't start till I was 40. And I try to tell people all the time, any time is a good time to start.
Yeah.
So I may have that too high up. We'll see. Maybe I do. Maybe I do.
Maybe I do. Maybe I don't. So that's a really good. Yeah. We all have the same 24 hours in a day.
Yep.
And we
Mine
fill
was
them
rough.
however we want.
Mine was rough. I had 4 boys at home.
That you had
and
4 boys. That's
yeah, 4 boys, and I had a full-time job outside the home where I was managing a 400-unit apartment community that almost broke me physically. And then coming home at night, getting my kids to bed, doing homework, and then going into my little filming space and filming and trying to keep a 3 video a week schedule. I don't know what I did to myself, but I love to encourage people, don't quit, don't give up, and start at any age.
Mm-hmm. That's right. I'm old, and I started.
When did you start? When did you start your channel?
Well, I started in 2011, actually, too, on
not
Ustream,
here.
but not this. I started this 3 years ago, and so I was well into retirement age.
When you started?
Yeah, I'm 68, so
No, you're not.
Yeah, I am. So,
Mary, you're living right, girl.
So I started old, and so
Wow.
anybody can start.
Yep, that's what I like to tell people. Just try it.
Just try it. Just try it, and we'll watch you.
So they figured out who it is. So I'm going to tell you about it. Okay, about my little character here. So my nephew Ford, he's been writing books since he could write. He makes these little books, and he has these characters, and he has this one character named Evil Chicken. And Evil Chicken does everything. Okay, he is naughty. Okay, and he looks something like this because he's got like his angry eyebrows, and he's always up to something, right? So there's Evil Chicken, and I had to put him on here. I saw someone say Evil Chicken. It was like the first little thing I saw in the little chatter box, and I was like, yes, we have to do Evil Chicken. So this will be a nod to my nephew.
I love it.
He's so funny. He writes books all the time. He now has another series, and I want to say the character is named Jiminy Blick Blick. I think that's his name, and he's like a weatherman. And my mother's name was Edna, and so his assistant is Edna. And you never see her; you just see her hand. So Jiminy will yell, "Edna, coffee!" and like her hand comes into the scene, just her hand with a cup of coffee. And he's just so incredibly just talented in his writing. And so his little books, I think he's got 7 Evil Chicken books now, I think.
Oh, for Pete's sake.
Yeah.
I love this kid. How old did you say he was?
Ford is, let's see, is Ford 10? Benny, is Ford 10? It is 13. Is Ford 10? I think he is. Yeah.
Man, that's great.
He's so adorable though. And he let me be in his latest series. He let me be in the latest Evil Chicken, and I was a little nervous because Ford always teases me pretty hard. And I thought, Lord, what is he going to do to me in this book? You know, what is going to happen? And I turned out to be the damsel in distress.
Oh,
I was so surprised.
that was precious.
He's something else, I'm telling you. So we're going to do a little nod to him. He's hilarious. I got to be honest.
I like 10-year-olds. They're fun. They are just fun.
He may be older than that. I'm trying to think because he may be 11 now. Oh, he just had a birthday. He has to be 11 now.
Uh-huh.
He's so funny.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, and as soon as I saw somebody say Evil Chicken.
Wonderful aunt like you.
Look, he came to a show. We were doing a live stream one time, and he showed up to my my filming room. He came in there, and at the time we weren't showing their faces on camera and stuff. They were still very young, and so we weren't showing them anything. And he could put his little hands up on the screen, and I said, "Do you want to say anything to everybody that's watching?" And he was like, "Goodbye, everyone. Take a good nap." It's what he told everybody to do. He was little. And Gold so star. Ever since then, everybody
Gold
wants
star
to
for
take
him.
a nap.
That's right. Lots of them.
That's right. Gold star. Everybody wants to take a nap now. That's how we should finish all of them. He's 11 because Noah's 10. Thanks, Shannon. I knew that. I was thinking, wait, Noah's 10.
That is so sweet. That was his reality. My daughter was a nanny, and they used to do a question a day kind of thing. And she asked this little boy who was 5 that she took care of, well, what's it like to be an adult? And he said, see a cookie, eat a cookie.
Oh.
Because he thought adults don't have to ask permission to eat cookies.
True.
You see it, you get to eat it. And I thought, well, maybe it's not so bad being so old, you know? I get to eat my cookies whenever I want.
That's like I see on TikTok and stuff with these dogs that are like, I love how they'll talk about their owner, and they're like, I love how she splits a treat in half for me, but I just watched her eat a whole bag of chips. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's pretty much my house. Evil Chicken's got feet.
Yeah. I see how she took that treat and broke it in half, that cheapskate.
Yeah, but
we know Vinny is over. I'm sorry?
I got to make sure I got all the parameters in my head. So kids card, citrus orchard, spring scene, metallic foil. Okay.
Yeah, you got it. And not everybody knows who Vinny is, besides your trusty sidekick. And he's there in the room doing something besides listening to us. Which is fine. And I mean, it's kind of his night off. Can you tell us about Vinny?
Oh my goodness. He's my hero. He is my husband. For those who don't know, he's also my trusty sidekick, which that just happened in our show. I mean, I'm his sidekick. Let's be honest, but
I get it.
he's just great. He supports me. We work together every day. And he's on our shows with us. He'll go on the show and he moderates for us. Him and Shannon do that. This is not his, this is my thing. He has supported me since day one. He's just a sweetheart. He can't hear a thing I'm saying either. Gotta do it. All this is wasted, you guys.
You can play it back for him.
That's true. It's recorded.
Well, he keeps track of who's watching, and he enjoys watching people come in from all over the world, and I think he enjoys it. I don't think it's a sacrifice. I think he really gets a kick out of it and loves seeing
He does. He does love it. He does.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mackie. I'm sorry, I'm reading chat. I read the chat.
That's okay. You're fine.
Hi, guys. I love seeing everybody in here. Oh, my goodness, you guys. Thanks for coming out.
There are a lot of new people here. We'd like to welcome them, and if I could ask everyone that hears this to do me a favor and hit the like button, it does help with the YouTube. They like it when you hit the like button, and we like it. So we appreciate that.
I was impressed with how many people had already hit the like button before the show even started.
I want to tell you something. That's because Vinny teaches them to do that.
I was going to say, they've been trained. That was not normal.
They know. Vinny teaches them.
good.
All right, I'm trying to find a die. And Shannon's on, like, she's watching, but I need to be like, Shannon, where's that die that there it is, found it. That's what I normally do. When Shannon's here, I'm like, Shannon, I need this. Where is it? And she finds it.
She is a gopher. That's good.
Oh my goodness. You want to talk about, I don't know how to do anything without Shannon anymore. I don't know how I ever did without her. We had lunch
Is
with
she
my aunts
listening,
today.
or do you want her to be able to watch the replay too?
She's watching. But we had lunch with my aunts today, and I was telling them about Shannon. I said, she's become the sister that I never had, and she goes where I go. That's and I love that.
Yeah,
We
she
have a
seems
lot of
like
fun
the
together.
other day on the tech call, she was just bustling around behind you. She was working her little, just doing so much work. And I thought, that's
Oh yeah, she's always doing, yeah.
incredible.
Mhm.
She didn't like, oh, I want to get in on this or anything. She was just like, I got some work to do. I got to keep at it.
Yeah, we don't have time for all, like, she knows. Like, she's like, I love you, but I got stuff to do.
Smart girl.
We were getting ready for we have an event coming up in October, and we have
Right.
she was getting ready to do, she was getting those classes ready to go on sale. I think they're supposed to go on sale that night, I think. And so she was really trying to get that ready and get my room organized. So she's always doing something.
Yeah.
Always.
I could tell.
Mm-hmm.
I think
Yeah,
I got the
everybody.
wrong guy.
Carol Hodges said everybody needs a Shannon and a Tamitha. Tamitha also, you guys don't get to see her like in person working, but she is. You want to talk about constantly working? Sometimes I just want to go, okay, I'm off. You might not be, but I am.
I'm hanging it up for the day.
She never takes a break.
That's remarkable. I'm so
Yeah,
glad for you, because that's not easy to find.
It is so hard to find. But I'm going to tell you, God has been good to us, and He has sent us some people that I could not have picked out. I couldn't have picked them out.
Right.
They're just amazing for us. Love them. Our whole staff. I'm not going to mention somebody, and tomorrow I'm going to get in trouble. I'm kidding. They're not that way.
It's so hard to make a list.
They're not that way.
Yeah.
Did you notice that when I said, Shannon, where's my die? She said, they're in order by manufacturer. Did you see that?
No, I didn't.
That's what she said. They're in order by manufacturer.
Carissa just asked how to submit a card. We have a website. You can find it in the video description. It is craftroulette.live. If you go to that website, there'll be a big button on the homepage where you submit, and it's all digital. You just follow the instructions and upload your card, and it should be good to go.
Thank you. I'm looking forward to seeing what you have.
I didn't follow your no glue rule, and I glued down my background so we're having to edit. I should have listened to it.
That glue, it's such a deal. I am always in such a hurry, and I'm pretty sure I've got what I want, but nope.
That's better. I like that sound better. Okay.
This doesn't work. Well, Chris Hoverstall and Kelly Hughes both had a similar question. They would like to know where you get all your inspiration for all your fun ideas. Is it from your nephew?
This one is. This is going to sound so weird. I get a lot of ideas in dreams.
Okay.
I will wake up in the middle of the night with an idea. I used to jot them down on a notebook. Now I put them in my phone at night, which is always bad because then you pick up your phone, you know where that leads to.
Yes.
But also, and it's funny that you mentioned this because we're working on a video, not a series, but I'm working on a video showing people how to get out of a creative rut. We're working on that because I found some ways that work for me. A lot of it is just getting out of your space. And that doesn't always mean like getting out of your home or whatever, but sometimes it's crafting in the kitchen instead of your craft room, or honestly, you'll be surprised. Like if you go in your kitchen, here's an example. We have this picture in our ladies' restroom, and it's been in there forever. And every time I see that picture, I think that would make a beautiful card. And I've never made it into a card until recently. And I'm like, it's just a picture that's been there for years. And I was inspired by it. And I love the card that I made. And it made me step out of my boundaries, out of my comfort zone. And
Mm-hmm.
so things around us. Fashion is a great way to get inspired. Fashion is
Mm-hmm.
so good. Um, Home decor,
Oh
fantastic
yeah.
way. Magazines, like if you get those junk mail magazines, flip through them. You know,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
there's always something. Oh, and another place you're going to think I'm crazy when I tell you this. The home shopping networks. If you can't leave, like if you can't go shopping in a store, watch those networks and look at the colors and the patterns they're putting on clothing and even the designs of like China and things like that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's where I get a lot of my inspiration. Just trying not to stay in my box, which is my craft room.
Okay. I like Vera Bradley a lot for ideas. Her color combinations and some of her flowers and things. Or this is the wrong dye for this, but I'm going to use it, I think. But
So there's a purse
so
there's a
yeah,
purse
that's
company. There's one called Consuela bags. I don't know if you've ever heard of
okay.
them before, and they're very colorful and beautiful. And I literally saw one online that I fell in love with, but I couldn't afford it. So instead, I just made a card that looked like it. I was like,
Yes, the
oh my
next best
goodness.
thing.
Yeah, I just made a card.
Just make a card.
I
It's
see
so
my
much
buddies here
cheaper.
tonight. I see my buddies in the room. Christopher's here. Hey, bud.
Oh, Christopher, hello.
Hey, you did a good job, buddy. This could be a little nerve-wracking on this side. I watched you and you did it like it was no big deal.
He did a great
No
job, and
warning.
that card he made was just remarkable.
I think this counts. You see my spring? We're gonna wobble it.
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
We gotta wobble evil chicken.
The only thing that chicken should be able to do
He's
besides
got to
cause
wobble.
trouble. I'm still trying to adjust this. These little domes come with dye, but I chose the wrong dome for the wrong dye. But it's okay. I'm
Oh
going to keep
no!
working on it. It's okay. If this is
Look,
my
it's
biggest problem, I'm in high clover.
it's
So
just paper.
it is wonderful paper, and somebody that had not seen you before in our group was like, I think I need to know some Southern sayings.
Ooh,
And I just
I'm your
said back to
girl.
him, bless your heart.
Bless your heart, yeah. But bless your heart, you got to be careful because it can mean a lot.
Well, oh dear.
Like
What,
if
what
you're
are some other
like
Southern phrases that we should know? Because we do have people
if
from all
anybody
over the world.
if you tell somebody something that happened or you did or something and they go bless your heart, there's a lot of different connotations to that one, right? Some
Yes.
other southern sayings. We say, try to think what we actually say around here. When you ask me to say what I say, it's hard to come up with it, but we say
Right, right. Do you say fixin' to
uh
get ready, or is that Texan?
fixin' to. We say
Fixin'.
fixin' to. We say y'all tell me something. Shannon, what's something we say? We say bout to's one.
About to?
Um
Yaunt to? Do you say
okay,
yaunt to? Or want
we
to?
do say y'all too. There's a lot of servers in our area, like waiters and stuff, that really do sugar baby honey. Like that's a real thing. So
Oh
I
my.
see that on movies portrayed a lot where they do that like it's kind of like it's a character, but we really have people. That's something we do.
There's reason.
Y'all, we say y'all.
Y'all. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we say y'all.
See, y'all is a hybrid word like skewt. And we also say mesk for a messy desk. And so,
Really? That's
yeah.
cool.
Yeah. So it's
Now
not
I'll
Southern,
pick up
but
a
it
word in a
is.
second. You need to know that. I'll pick up something. I'll be saying mess before you know it.
I hope so. It's a good word. It's very appropriate. We know exactly what you're talking about around here. Got to
I
pick up
love
my
that.
mask. That means you've been crafting. That's a good thing.
Oh, Kim Sharp. Kim Sharp tried to get me to say words that do get said around here, but it's not by me. This one. Okay, Okay, there's a thing you need to know. In Alabama, there's 2 football teams, and you must pick one. You can't be on the fence. You can't say, "Oh, I like both." You can't even say, "I don't like football." You have to pick one.
Heard that. Yeah.
And it's the truth. No one's making that up. If somebody tells you that, it's the truth. And I happen to be an
Roll
Auburn
Tide.
fan, so I say the words War Eagle. But a lot of folks in your chatterbox are wanting to say those
Roll
other words,
Tide.
which I will not say.
Now, you take your football real seriously.
Oh my goodness, you can't even know. Now I don't. I am not a football fan. Now Shannon, big football fan. Vince, big football fans. Not really my thing.
Yeah.
Wash. Cindy Elkin said we say wash instead of wash. I have to tell you
Wash.
something. I was 13 years old, and we were living in the big city of Birmingham when I was young at this time. And I had met some new friends at our playground. And I said wash because my grandmother said wash. You know, she washed dishes, she washed clothes, all of that. Well, I said it. And this boy that I had met, who I had a crush on, by the way, of course, when I said wash, he made fun of me. And I mean, made fun of me. And it scarred me for life. So you will never hear me say wash. I say wash like on purpose because I was so embarrassed.
I grew up in a family that washed, and I remember being traumatized by it too. Not that badly, but it was a moment where I went, "Oh man, that's not right, is it?" Yeah.
I
You're
was
trained
so
to be
embarrassed.
wrong.
Yeah, I've been good.
What else do we say, y'all? Well, there's y'all. Bless your heart. We do say bless your heart is like a bunch of different sayings though.
Yeah.
As soon as we get off here, I'll be like, oh, we say that.
That's or at 2 a.m. That'll be one too.
That's y'all wake up and I have to write it in my book.
That's right. That's right.
Don't say on accident. Oh, we say on accident. Circle Guru said that one triggers them. But we say on accident. I did that on accident. Do y'all say that or by
It's
accident?
picking up. We say bye. I say bye, but it's the on accident is picking up.
Am I missing anything here?
Gosh. Well, you've got a kid. That's definitely a kid-inspired card. It could be for a kid, but it's inspired by a kid. You've got citrus orchard colors. You've got ladybug red, some orange, green leaves.
By the way, his red
Beautiful.
is metallic. Can you see the sheen on his red?
Oh, see. Okay, there you go. Spring scene, you've got a chicken out just taking a walk, wobbling along in the nice, fresh spring grass, and you added your metallic and foil. You did it.
Maybe we need a little chicken right here. Maybe so. Let's do a little guy.
Crafty Tafty 2 says, I remember watching some of your first videos, and I saw a lot of people say that. I watched you from the beginning. Kind of thing. And congratulate you on your success. And by the way, yes, you have done an excellent job.
Thank
Did you
you
ever
so much.
think that paper crafts would evolve the way they have?
No. Oh my goodness, no.
This wasn't like a dream when you were a little girl. I
never knew this was even
YouTube.
a thing. I say this all the time. I say this is the dream I never knew I had because I didn't know it existed.
Right.
I've done every kind of crafting you can think of. If you watch me from the early days, you know that. Like I craft. But I never knew this was like a thing. And like I said, when we started YouTube, and you're the same way, Mary, you remember, no one was like making a living on YouTube. You know, it was just, you just started. Now things are very different back then. It was, in my opinion, it was easier for us to get to the make a living stage because they didn't have so many parameters for people to do that. But yeah, thank you. No, I never thought of this. As a matter of fact, there was a time I was working on a design team, and the lady I was working on this design team for said something to me about opening an online store, and I was like, no way, I don't want that kind of pressure and all that you have to do. And that was never a thought in my mind. And the reason our store, I don't know if I'm jumping ahead and answering another question, but the reason we did start the online store is because of our customers. Every time I showed anything, like if I showed this marker, you know, if I was just making a craft in a video, I'd get comment after comment. Where'd you get that? Where'd you get that? Where'd you get that? And so I was like, hey, Vinny, can we try to do this and see what happens? It started with Maymay's 10 favorite products, and now we have thousands. That's how it
Oh, how
started.
about that? How about that? Well, you do a good job of explaining how to use things, and so
Uh,
you're reaping the benefits.
that's my favorite thing. I will tell you this. I wanted to be a teacher my whole life. That's what I wanted to do. But I did
Hmm?
not want to go to college. And you can't do that with, you can't do it. Nobody will hire you without a college degree to teach their children. So
Yeah,
I
it's a
didn't
little
want to go.
frowned on.
Yeah, it is frowned on. And so when I started watching YouTube, I started watching, some of the greats, Christina Werner,
Hmm.
Jennifer McGraw. I was watching all of those guys, Gina Kay, all of them.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
I just remember going, oh, I want to do this. I think I can do this. And that's where it all came from, was watching YouTube and realizing I can teach on my own, in my own channel. And
Hmm.
my goal is to make things people can recreate, that I want to make it where you really do feel empowered. You really do feel like you can do it, because I know how intimidating it is to see a project and think, oh, I could never do something like that. But everybody can make.
Yes. Yeah. I used to, I haven't said it in a long time, but I've said it often. One of my favorite things about teaching people how to make cards and scrapbooks, but cards in particular, it didn't take very much effort. They would copy things, they would recreate them. Then they would do this, Maymay. They'd hold that card out and look at it and go, I made that. And
Isn't that the greatest?
it was a thrill to see them so delighted with their accomplishment.
It's one of my
It
favorite
wasn't
things when
hard.
people come to visit us in our store. They'll bring with them projects they've made where they've watched a video and they've made a project, or they've taken my idea and gone so much better, because that's what always happens. And I just
Yes.
love,
That's okay.
first off, I love their confidence. Okay, I don't know that I would have the confidence to make a project somebody inspired me on YouTube and take it to them and show them. I think I would think they were going to judge me or whatever. But I love that they come in and they show their projects to me, and they just light up when they show me. And that just makes that makes everything we do. It's my favorite thing, is to see people inspired
That's
and
wonderful.
making. I
Well,
added a
that
baby
kind of
chick.
leads me. Oh my goodness, how cute he is.
He's cute.
Oh no, it's evil too. That brings me to another question by Gloria Davis, and she says, and you've talked a lot about your maidens here tonight. What
Mhm.
surprised you most about your followers? Something like you were just
Um,
talking about that bringing their projects to you and things surprises
what
you,
surprised me the most is how much paper crafting is a therapy, not just a hobby. Like,
right?
when we started getting cards and letters of people telling me that they found me at a really bad time in their life, and
Mm-hmm.
they started trying to paper craft, and they started buying products and things like that. And it I would say to Vince, we get letters that would just humble me to my core.
Right.
And I would say, it's just paper crafting. And Vince would
Mm-hmm.
say to me, no, it's not. It's so much more. The made our community is so much more than that. And it's humbling
Mm-hmm.
um to see what paper crafting does. And not just paper crafting, but what the community helping each other, encouraging each other can do. And that's the big thing for me. I've been surprised how many people use this more as therapy and um, as a place to hang out with people than just learning how to make something, you know?
Right. Right. I get it. I get it. I think you're speaking the truth. Truly, truly.
I know it happens with
It
your
is
folks
something
too.
special.
Mhm.
It's the funniest thing. You never would have, yeah. Like when we were little, wouldn't have ever seen this one coming because it didn't exist for one, but still just the whole, wow, they're like friends. These people they're wonderful. Yeah.
And they're my friends, which is like not every time, but many times when I meet somebody in the store, they'll go, "You don't know me, but I know you." And I want to go, "But I
Yeah.
do know you, because you're just like me." Like, I do know you because I know the community and I know who you are. Do you know what I'm saying?
I do.
Um, and it
I
really
do.
is. It
Yeah.
really is
It's
like that. I feel
special.
like I do know them.
It is special. I agree. Well, you made something darn cute. Look at you added
I'm gonna
some
have to
white.
send this to
That's
Ford.
good.
He's gonna
Oh,
love this.
absolutely. It's gonna be his favorite thing of the month. He'll want card of the month from Aunt Maymay. He'll probably make some more books about the craft chicken.
I hope he makes nice books about me. He's not big on that.
The craft chicken, the nice craft chicken that made all the
That's what
people
I should've done.
out in the field happy and feel good about themselves because they all
Yeah,
made
I'm not
paper
giving I'm not giving
cards.
evil chicken scissors. You just need to know that. I'm not doing it.
You're gonna have to gnaw through that paper. Anyway, well, I made a card and I think it makes even a little bit of sense. So I'm having a good week. Thank you for your inspiration. I obviously am
that's
feeling very
adorable.
relaxed with you because I'm making a. Anyway, so a kid's card. My card is, I think, would be enjoyed by a child. Citrus
Absolutely.
colored. I think I've got the bright greens and the pinks for blood, grapefruit and oranges and lemons. And then it's a spring scene with a happy, happy bunny. And the metallic or foil, I'm calling these sequins metallic-y.
Yeah.
And it's a shaker card, and that's very friendly for a kid. So there you go, and
Oh,
life
they
is
love
sweet. And it's inspired by Craft Roulette, made by MG.
Oh, I need to stamp that on the back of mine too.
Yeah.
Hang on, I'm not done. I'm not
That's
done.
right. That's right. But you did great. You made something really cute. There's that stamp set.
I love your stamp set. If you guys don't have this, y'all need to go get this. Look how cute this is.
It has
love it.
funny things on it that people would have trouble with when we'd have a parameter that said gnomes, for instance. And it seems like people are either pro gnome or no gnome. And so we thought, oh, well, we can make a stamp set that has all these things that of parameters that people don't like gnomes, paperclip. We've had paperclip vetoed so many times. It's almost amusing. And so we made a stamp set to reflect those parameters that are pesky, and so that people are always prepared to be able to make a card. We don't want them to not make a card because they don't know what to do with a gnome or a robot. And so we just put them all on there.
We didn't ask Maymay her political affiliations.
That was yes. We do have political groups in this culture of Craft Roulette. And those two political factions are Team Orange or Team Purple. It doesn't mean it's your favorite. It just means which one do you find yourself gravitating for or to more easily than the other. And
I asked my mates what they would think.
Yes, ask away.
I want to see their guess first.
Do you think Maymay is Team Purple or Team Orange?
Good job, D. 15 gold stars.
That's a lot.
Man,
I'm jealous.
she's generous.
By the way, Mr. Producer, you get 100 gold stars tonight.
I
100.
fully
Wow.
plan on losing those, so thank you.
We don't take them away. Hey, we give them and we take them. Okay, that's how it is. I knew you guys were going to
in here.
this. Okay, so here you go. I'm going to hurt some of my mates, but I'm just going to tell y'all. I'm Team Orange.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Give that girl 100 million gold stars.
100
Team
million.
Orange.
No one's going to beat me. 100 million gold
Inflation is going nuts.
There's a lot of power in Team Orange, let me tell you. It's a
Orange
good place
is one of
to
my
be.
favorite colors. It's one of my favorite
happy.
colors. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's happy. I'm not
Oh, no, look,
sophisticated
he's
enough
like,
for purple.
No.
Well, I'm glad to have you on my team, girl. So thank you. We're going to let you relax here for a minute while we tell everybody how they can play. We're going to give away some good stuff, including a $25 gift certificate to Maymay Made It. And who's coming up next. So we'll be right back with you in just a few minutes. You did beautifully. Yep. Aren't you going to want to make a card? We've got lots of cards already coming in. All you have to do is make a card, interpret it that way you want to. Kids card, citrus orchard colors, spring scene, metallic or foil. Include those 4 parameters. Get it done by Sunday night and upload it to craftroulette.live. The form is open as you have seen. People are already sending in cards. Make your best card, take your best picture, and we take all kinds. We are not looking for over-the-top cards. But we love over-the-top cards. We're not looking for super simple cards, but we love super simple cards. It's your art project. Go have some fun. We want to welcome next week Amanda Stevens, the paper crafter's sweetheart of the world. We love her. She's going to be back, and she's not going to have to host this time. Then we're going to meet Vicki Ruda, who is a fun friend right here on Craft Roulette. She's staying up late so that she can learn how to be awake in the middle of the night because she's British. Then after that, we get to say hi to Jeannie Lou, Leslie Benson, and Charlene Madrid, all friends that haven't been on for quite a while. I'm looking forward to spending the evening with each and every one, and we want you to join us too. There's those patrons, I'm telling you, they are the reason we're sitting in these chairs talking to you tonight. They make these shows happen. Without them, I dare say there'd be no Craft Roulette. That is a sad, sad concept. So thank you. If you see somebody on this list that you know, please thank them for joining us. We do have different levels of support, and we hope that everybody can, we hope that you all have $5 extra. Because if you don't have $5 extra, please hit that thumbs up, share, and subscribe. That's all cool. And we will send you a card maybe. But oh my gosh, I know there have been times I haven't had $5 extra, so I get it. But we do thank each and every one of them. We do have some really fun bonus content for them, including some of them get to vote for vetoes. Oh, I gotta laugh. I forgot to put the tiers on 2 of the veto parameters for the patrons this week, and I was going, have we ever gotten this many vetoes on this parameter before? And I was going, then I was in bed and I went, I don't think I hit the right button, and I didn't, so I had to. Anyway, you guys had fun with it, but that's for fun supporters and up. And we do have lots of fun over on our Patreon blog, but we also have extra content, including a very popular card exchange which has over 100 members on our website. You can see more on our website if you have interest. Thank you, though, guys. We so appreciate you. It's time. It's time. That confetti means either Patty Beck just sent in a card or it's time to give away some stuff. What happens here is if you sent in a card last week, your name will be on that board. It's programmed to spin and stop, and it will light up on whoever's name it lands on. So we have no qualms. We have no question, no fighting over these prizes that we love to give away. So let's see what we got. For a handmade card with a nitty bitty gift, that is our original go-to giveaway. We've been giving these away for a long time, Mr. Producer. Lots and lots of them. Good luck to you all. I always like when somebody wins. There's no, oh Sue, I haven't said anything to her in a long time. She watched us from real early on. She was an early bird. For a goodie bag, and I have a couple goodie bags over there that need to be mailed. Sorry, I didn't say anything about being good at mailing fast. I just said you're going to get it someday. For a goodie bag, we do have some wonderful things that people have sent us to donate, and it's going to go to Tracy T. Please contact me using the claim prize form after the show, and that will come to me in a special way, and I'll find it more easily. Please don't message me or send me a text or carrier pigeon. I may lose that message. For a $25 gift certificate to Brutus Monroe. So fun to have Christopher here tonight. And I bet he's still selling some of those Oz kits. They were cute. Oh, Lanny W. How fun. Lanny, I did your, Mr. Mike. I cased your card last Tuesday on In Review on the Who Done It card detective game show that we played. Congratulations. For a Maymay made it. Gift certificate. Everybody wants this. I would. I think it's wonderful. Who's going to get it? Who? And doesn't it make you nervous when you start seeing it slow down? Nina, make sure you use the email that you set your card in so that it will accept you, because there's a safety check. And for a Pear Blossom Press gift certificate, you can get some of that repositionable foam tape. Or those little cute light-up card things. They're so cute. I'm going to pull mine out, too, and show everybody what I had next week sometime. Pammy plays with paper. With alliteration, too. Pammy plays with paper. Well done. Well, those are some new names that we've never had before. So fun. Well done, guys. Congratulations. Just make sure you contact me using the claim prize form by midnight on Sunday. If you're a patron, you have till Thursday on at midnight. All right. Well, that was a pretty good evening, I think.
I liked every second of it.
Even when your head didn't. I told you when you get the spins, you usually go, I don't have anything, and then you start talking about it, and you start going, I got so many ideas. Many ideas, and then you bring it back.
It really
down
does
in.
happen like that.
It really, really does.
You can psych yourself out. You can scare yourself, but it's really not. It's not hard. And I cannot wait to see what you guys submit.
It's going to be beautiful.
And by the way, I recommend evil chicken cards. Like, we need 500 evil chicken cards.
That would be fantastic.
I would love it.
That would be wonderful. And they wouldn't be hard to make.
No, they're not hard. Hey, he's a triangle. That's all.
It's so good. How did you make? You could use like a flower for his head, right?
Yeah, I actually use a flower punch and cut the petals
Okay.
apart. And then I saw in the chat somebody said I needed to add a wing, so I did add a wing to him. I will say that. I want you to know I cheated, and while you were doing prizes, I added a wing to my chicken.
Oh, very good. Oh, very good. Now he can do the chicken dance.
Yes. Now one-sided at least. You only see him from the side. He'll go in a circle.
That's kind of pathetic, but funny at the same time. Grandma Gay is our rock star, and she asks a question, and she's now a mug clubber. She asks a question of our guests every week, and she would like to know, which is really a funny question considering what you made. What is your favorite two-legged farm critter? She must have seen into the future.
It's got to be a chicken, right?
Right now, I would say.
But is there another two-legged farm animal?
Well,
I'm going to go with chicken.
Ostriches. People raise ostriches.
Yep, but I'm going to go with chicken. And chicken is very appropriate for my area. There's a lot of chicken moms around here.
They are so funny, too. Some of those chickens, some of the breeds that they have these days with their feathers that are just so whacked out and the patterns and things, they're like solid chicken patterns that aren't solid chicken patterns.
Yes,
like
there are. And there's some really pretty chickens, too. Really
there
pretty
are.
ones.
Very pretty. Well, you have your event coming up. I want to make sure everybody knows about that. One more time for that, would you please?
Our event is called Christmas Craft Acropolis. It's in October. It's actually the 24th through the 27th of this year. And it's here in my town. Y'all come visit us. It's super fun. You can get information about it at maymayevents.com. So that's the website where we do events. And we also do some online stuff too over there. We had an online event, but it sold out. We just sold tickets to it yesterday. So I don't want y'all to, we'll do another one. We do more online events as we can, but I'd love to meet you guys in person. We've got a few seats left to the in-person. It's not a whole lot left, but there is some.
Is that the one that Eileen will be at?
Eileen Hull will be teaching at it. It's paper and sewing. And so if you like to sew, you'll make a quilt in a week. It won't even be a week. You'll make a quilt in like 3 days. And that'll be taught through our friends here. They have a little quilt shop called So Charming Quilt Shop. It's adorable. And so they'll be teaching that. They'll also be doing some other sewing classes. So if you like sewing and not paper, or if you like both, because you can get the whole bundle and take all the classes while you're here. It's super, super fun. We'd love to see you.
That's good. That's real good. Yep. Eileen was here a couple of weeks ago. So she's super nice and we all love her already.
She is the greatest. I love Eileen so much.
Very good. Well, you did super well. I didn't think you would do it. I don't think you thought you would do anything but super well. I think you were.
I didn't know if I did super well, but I wasn't really scared. But I have to tell you, I've kind of done it. Like, this is kind of a thing. And I was telling somebody the other day, I'm like, this is kind of how I craft. I have kind of parameters and go, okay, use this and make this happen. And I actually work better under pressure. Like, people are like that, right? I work better. So I don't want anybody to think, oh, she was so sure of herself. No, I was a nervous wreck. And you can ask my staff. I was a nervous wreck. But I also enjoy this type of crafting. So I like to be under a little bit of pressure for stuff. You know what that comes from, Mary? That's from having 4 boys who don't tell you about science projects until midnight the day before they're due. That's what it is.
4 boys. I had 2 boys and 2 girls. And I was glad for the relief on the 2 girls until they became teenagers. And then it was like, whoa, I could have, maybe those 4 boys would have been okay. I don't know, but they're fine.
I'm going to be honest. Now. I love being a boy mom. I don't know what to do with girls. I have granddaughters, 2 of them. I adore them, but it's a different world. They speak a different language than what I was used to. So.
As long as they say y'all, they'll be okay.
They say y'all. Now, they're good Texas girls. They live in Texas, so they have a Texas accent.
That's cute. That's cute. All right, it's time. This is the time of night, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, crafters and craftettes, that we kiss our brains. Because we need a little self-care. We help ourselves along the way because life is not always easy. And it's just a good reminder that you got this. You can do this. You can send in that card. You can smile, make somebody's day better. Thank you, Maymay. Thank you, Mr. Producer. Thank you, Chatterbox. I will be reading your comments tomorrow and enjoying every minute of it. You all stay safe. Take care. Love you. Bye-bye.
Bye now.